Sorry it's so late, guys. Very excited about who we're able to get in the draft. Chinanu Onuaku and Zhou Qi from the Flying Tigers in China. Chinanu's a guy we've been watching closely. We had to go with another Louisville kid. Great potential. Already strong on the defensive end, rebound, block shots, can move his feet the way the NBA is playing, can get up and down the floor. On offense, he's a guy who shoots a very high percentage, a guy who can actually really pass the ball, which is a skill I know Coach D'Antoni thought was very interesting about him as well. So we're excited to have him, young with a lot of upside. Zhou Qi, speaking of upside, has, as high as upside as anyone in the draft. He's a skilled, high basketball IQ player, can shoot the ball, can rebound the ball, block shots, very mobile for his size. When he makes the NBA, he's going to have, I think, top 2 or 3 wingspan in the league. So he's got potential on both ends. We're very excited that he was available with our second pick. So. Any questions?
Is there a buyout clause for him, and how do you project to try to bring him over right away?
Yeah, so that's a conversation we need to have with his agent, and we haven't been able to. I did just actually get off the phone with Yao Ming and Zhou Qi, the three of us. Yao Ming was acting as a very expensive translator for us. I think he was hoping for Colin Pine's role. But no, he's very excited. In terms of the timing, that's something we have to work out with his agent over the next days, weeks. He's actually in Italy right now playing with the Chinese national team.
Are you able to discuss the free agent or undrafted player signs? Or
don't know what you're talking about.
Does he fit well?
The one that you said was a star that went undrafted.
We drafted Chinanu Onuaku and Zhou Qi tonight.
How does this set you up for free agency? Is this fill a slot there so you can focus on other areas?
Yeah, no, we look at the draft as sort of a multi-year thing. Most of our guys that we draft don't contribute in year one. We've had some that did, but we generally expect them, we hope they surprise us, but usually there's a little time in the D League to get used to the NBA and the systems, and then up. So yeah, who we draft really doesn't affect our free agency plans.
I know Onuaku switched to shooting his free throws underhanded. What is that going to say about his willingness to be coached?
He fits right in with the Rockets, yeah. So he told us, he said Coach Pitino suggested he go underhand. He said shot him pretty well underhand. And I think it shows us he's the most compliant kid in the history of college basketball, because I bet Coach Pitino has told about 500 kids to do that, and he's the first one who actually said, "Okay, I'm going to try it." So he's a really good kid, real, very coachable. Took a big step forward last year, and a guy that really has a very young. Tons of upside and works on his game, so we're very excited about his potential.
Were y'all at all worried about the heart procedure, and what did y'all learn to know that he was okay?
Spoke with multiple doctors in the NBA. He's totally clear.
How does his skill set compare to Montrez's?
So he's more 5. Montrez, I'd say, probably more 4. Montrez is sort of an energy. You guys saw Montrez. He's an energy big. Who's got more game on the offensive side than probably Nanu. Nanu's more of a 5, and so I think they work pretty well together. And so I'm pretty excited about it.
How many times did you see him during the year? Did you see him at all during the season?
Onuaku?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Yeah, Louisville being a top team. I believe I saw him 3 times live. Yeah.
Now, the interview was on the phone. You didn't interview him at the combine at all, or did you?
So, when you have the 37th pick, the reality is agents think about 100 players are going to go 35 or sooner. So generally, guys like him, we often can't get in. But we were able to interview him by FaceTime.
What's your analysis of the draft overall, the rest of the league, and how it worked?
Yeah, I mean, it sort of went a little bit how expected. I mean, I know the Celtics had to get off a lot of picks, and I think they got off a few. And there was some movement up the top. We had 2 deals to move up, and it was one of those ones where if a certain player's there and they're open to moving, and both times the player got taken, so those didn't happen. So so it was a very deep draft, there's a lot of very good players who went undrafted. So.
Since Qi is so thin, is part of him being able to have success in the NBA, being able to put some weight onto his frame since he's so tall?
Talking Zhou Qi?
Yeah.
He's a very thin player right now. Actually, very similar body to Tyson Chandler when he first came to the league. I'm not comparing them as players, they're different players, but a lot of guys come in thin, and develop over time. It's not uncommon, but he has a thin frame right now, and something that obviously as he gets older will change.
The age confusion with him, any concerns there for you guys?
Yeah, I mean, I think anytime there's an international player, there's often some age questions. I mean, we more judge a guy's game, and we see a game that has a ton of upside and physical tools that have a ton of upside, and already has a high basketball IQ. So it didn't concern us.
So he's 20.
Yeah, his passport is 20. Yeah.
Okay.
I know you don't ever draft based on need or any of that kind of stuff, but to take 2 centers and you only have one under contract at the moment, is there any thinking along those lines of stockpile some centers and try and rebuild there?
Well, I think, if you're going to stockpile a position, centers are a good one to, always in short supply. So that wasn't the thought, though. I mean, we are really just, best guy at the time. So, yeah.
Any other questions? Thank you.
Thanks. Appreciate everyone waiting on this long night. So.